Hey, all, we've got one last lesson here in Unit 9, and we're going to talk now about compound statements, so putting some statements together. First type of compound statement is a conjunction. It joins two statements connected by the word and. So we've talked about conditional statements. Conditional statements took two smaller statements, a hypothesis and a conclusion, and put them together using if and then. Here we're just going to take two statements and put the word and in between them, and now we have a conjunction. So we don't necessarily have a hypothesis or a conclusion, but we have one statement here, you will eat a sandwich, and another one, you will drink juice. And to make that a conjunction, we put the word and in there. So we can call these original statements any letters we want. We'll stick with P and Q here. And the symbol and is represented with this sort of upside down V. And a little trick, a little hint on how to remember and is that symbol is we can easily make this symbol into a capital A just by drawing a little line there. So the and symbol doesn't have that line. It's not an A, but it looks like we can make it a capital A pretty easily. A disjunction is the same idea, except instead of using the word and, we use the word or. So we have two statements again. You will eat a sandwich, and you will drink juice. And in between them, we put the word or, and we now have a disjunction, a compound disjunction statement. And the symbol for or is just, well, it looks like capital V. So we have P or Q. So to remember the difference between the two, again, an and looks like we can make an A out of it. A disjunction, the or is the other one, the actual one that looks like a V. So if I gave you these three simple statements, we will go to the beach, we'll call that statement S. We will go out to dinner, we'll call that statement J. And we will go to the movies, we'll call that statement T. We could take these symbols and write them into words. So here we have S and J. Remember, again, it's kind of easy to tell. This means and because we can make it an A. So we can just simply write, we will go to the beach. And we will go out to dinner. Oops. So there's our compound statement. Here we have S or J. So we can write, we will go to the beach. Or we will go to dinner. And down here we have kind of a compound statement. So we have S or J and T. So remember again, real easily we can figure out that that's an and. So this is we will go to the beach, or we will go out to dinner and we will go to the movies. So that's how we can take symbols, given statements, and write them in words. We can do the reverse. We have the same three statements, but now we have the words. We can write them in symbols. So our first one, we will go to the movies. That represents our statement T. We have we will go out to dinner. That represents J. And then we have an and connecting them. So we have T and J. Remember again, the and symbol is the one that looks like we can make it into a capital A. Next statement, we will go out to dinner. That's our J. We will go to the beach. That was S. And we also have one more, so we got three statements here. We will go to the movies. That's T. So now let's see how they're joined. We have an or. We also have an and. So this looks like J or S and T. So they're either going to dinner or they're going to the beach and the movies. So that's how we can take the words and write them in symbols. So go ahead, you're probably going to have to pause here and copy down these three statements, X, Y, and Z, or if you've printed out the notes, you should already have them. And try these three. We're going to translate these three symbolic statements into words. So pause, copy down the statements, and then you can go ahead and transfer these two into words, and then translate the third one into symbols. And you might notice my spelling's off a bit. We'll get rid of that E. They're not penguins, they're penguins.